Hello, all people that are currently spectating Unfairvivor Season 2. Um, Welcome to Rello Tryhard Confessional. This has not happened since the first season I played. That wasn't really a tryhard confessional, it was just me using my confessional for once in my life. Right, so seeing as the season has barely started, and I figure not everyone who's gonna watch this knows who I am. Hi, I'm Rello. I am 18 years old and I am Swedish. Well, obviously not. Genetically, as you can see, but I am based in Sweden. So yeah, I have a very nice time dealing with time zones in orgs. So that's an interesting part, I guess. Apart from that, right, so let's get to it. So, seeing as the season has not really started yet, we have what we call a starting tribe. Well, it's not much to say, but there's a starting tribe. This tribe is pretty darn good for me. I'm gonna be real, because in my tribe I have Amy, SV, Mouse, and Witch, all of who I have spoken to in the past. There's also Shadow, who I have met in the past, but I'm genuinely confused right now, and I'm not sure it's Neff or if it's Neff or what's happening. Whatever. Besides that, we have, I guess we have Chatter and Saps, and we used to have Rin, but Rin got swapadoodled to make some space for Mouse, I believe. So that's pretty cool. I'm definitely in a better position talking to Mouse than I am with Rin, because I have spoken to Mouse before in other orgs, and I know that we can generally get along pretty well. Which is, not a necessity for orgs, but it definitely makes life a heck of a lot easier. Let's see here. So, currently, I have not really had the time to speak to people a lot. I have spoken to Mouse quite a bit, but our conversation yesterday was more or less just us spamming animal gifs and screaming each other's names in caps. So I'm not sure I would call that like a proper conversation, but it occurred. Today we've just been talking a bit about my analysis. There isn't really much to say yet in the game, I suppose. So yeah, there's that. Besides that, I talked a bit to Shadow. I'm struggling a little bit because I don't really know what to say right now, and yeah, we're doing the challenge together though, so maybe that will improve our stance. Because in the end, the thing is, when there are challenges that you are partnered or bound to someone else with, what ends up happening is that if you lose, you're both held accountable for your own part. Which, well, unless one of the team members was more or less AFK, which, would do it. But it usually ends up creating like a bond, at least for the first tribal, that allows you to hold each other's backs, because if one gets fucked, the other one might as well be getting fucked. Who knows? It's an easy argument to use anyways, like there were two people on the same task. Besides that, I've talked to Amy a little bit, but time zones are a bit fucky-wucky for both of us. So, I don't know. I guess I'll talk more to Amy, and I think Amy's been a little bit busy because I ran into her in an org recently, and she was busy then too. So who knows? Then we have SV. I have talked a bit to SV, not much. We're starting to put together sort of a list about the search system to try and make sure we don't do a Witch and Belch volumes of Forgotten Lore type situation where they both wasted their first well, waste. It wasn't really a waste. They both found this. They searched the same place and ended up both having to give up their votes for the next tribal, which was unfortunate because they were working together then. So, you know, happy, funny things, I guess. Let's see here. So besides SV, I've talked a little bit to him, not too much. Then we have Witch Tits. We love Lady Witch Tits. And speaking of Witch Tits and Mouse created, I think it was Mouse anyways, created a trio on, yes, on our tribe called the VFL Alliance. Well, it's not really called that, but we really should name it. Because that's pretty much the bond we have. Because Mouse, if in case someone did not know, because I didn't until legitimately after the tribal council, Mouse was Earl, the most recent winner of volumes. So yeah, we did kind of talk to each other back then, which is why, as mentioned, I know that Mouse and me generally get along pretty well. The other Stat Alliance, we're kind of committed to just making funnies because, hey, it's Unfairvivor. Can't really be Unfairvivor unless there's funnies involved. And we have decided to snipe whatever Tony first comes in our path. There can only be one, eh? So, yeah, we're gonna snipe either Tony P or Tony M, whoever gets swapped onto our tribe and we are able to take out first. Bloody fantastic. Besides that, we have a little bit of an idea to potentially create some chaos by trying not to lose challenges, drag everyone on our tribe into it, try and force rocks, and then when merge hits, whoever is still alive, we start just unleashing the hell upon the other players. If anyone's gonna try and take the season seriously, well, more seriously than you should take an Orc season, then they're in for a little bit of a treat, aren't they? But we'll see if that occurs. Besides that, let's see. Moving on. Yeah, I don't. Oh, by the way, Witch Tits don't really have much to say. I love Witch Tits, but it's not right now. I don't really have like a lot to go off in terms of conversations or DMs. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Ecto going out was quite unfortunate, by the way. Really unfortunate. Sorry, Ecto. I mean, he's in my confessional, but still. Chatter, I have talked to a slight bit. I accidentally ghosted him for 10 minutes. No, for 23 minutes, and then for another 10 minutes after he didn't respond to my DM. It was very dry, so I added on something. But he has not responded in the last 5-ish hours. He is on a trip right now. He's visiting family apparently, so I presume he's busy, and I sure hope that's the case. Otherwise, Chatter, we might have to start another Relo rivalry. I will not stop pursuing you until you are dead, or I am dead, whichever comes first. Let's see here. Who else do we have on this fantastic tribe of piss? What the hell's wrong with it? Saps. I have talked a slightest bit to Saps, but not much. Not enough to say that I feel really confident trusting Saps. It's just it's Saps. Saps is chill. It's fine. I do know Saps a little bit from outside of this server, but I wouldn't say we're close by any means, so I guess we'll see how that goes. But yeah, since this is very early days still, there isn't really a whole lot to say, and we've yet to do a challenge, really. Well, I mean, Shadow are yet to do our challenge, and the like, there's been no tribal. There's no real need to scramble. Like, stuff usually doesn't start becoming apparent until after the first tribal or during the first tribal. So I guess we shall see what happens. Let's just pray the others fuck up worse than we will. So yeah, that's all for now. I might come back with another short 10-minute confessional whenever something actually happens. So, yeah, bye bye.